And Flip Flop, what you got? As someone mentioned in Access Vegas, the low to mid women are notoriously difficult to deal with. Yes. Is it because of low self-esteem or lack of validation? No, it's because of, and by the way, this is, brilliant effort on the part of Homath. He just, right before showtime, just prior to showtime, he released a video on the I'm a 10 dynamic, or I'm a 10 phenomenon. Now, what is that? Well, whenever you look at, say, whatever podcast, or you look at, well, hell, even our podcast, but certainly like on Myron and Fresh's podcast, on Fresh and Fit, or anything else that they're doing for that matter, when they ask, okay, ladies, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with the exception of Access Vegas, thank you very much, pretty much every girl on those shows says, I'm a 10. Yeah, you go. High five, girl. That's what they do. And Homath in a very uncharacteristic, lengthy 14.5-minute video, because he usually does way shorter than that, goes into great detail about why that dynamic exists in the first place, like why women want to build themselves up. And it's usually, and I agree with him, it's usually because you're looking at mid chicks. Mid chicks think they're 10s. Girls who are like 9s and 10s, like the girls we have on Access Vegas, yes, they are. The girls who are doing bottle service, the girls who get hired to be atmosphere models at clubs and at Vegas pools and at Nikki Beach Club, and the girls that you think, oh, this is where the hot girls hang out. No, they're paid to hang out there. Just saying. Those girls who can get paid to just show up and be cheerful and smile and push their big expensive titties out, those girls don't rate themselves as 10s. They say, I'm an 8. I'm an 8.5. I don't think we have ever, when we've asked that question, I don't think we've ever had any girl say that they were a 10. Some of them will say, like, fucking A, I can't even believe this too. Like, I think we asked this like not too long ago on Amber Rose, who I love, not the bald-headed Amber Rose, the Penthouse Pet of the Month, December 2022, who I love. She was like, oh, I'm a 7. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You are not a 7. But the reason why they say that is because they have a much more realistic understanding of like physical beauty, because they're always around other women who are of the same caliber. And they'll fall into this, it seems like it's self-deprecation. It's not really self-deprecation so much as it's sort of a pragmatic realism, because if their girlfriends, who are also very good looking girls, if they get the spot at being an atmosphere model or a bottle girl or something like that, and the other girl didn't, she goes, oh, okay, she must be just slightly hotter than me. That's why she got the job and I didn't, because I know I'm hot and I've got these jobs before, but Becky got it instead of Jen, right? And they tend, like, the hotter the girl, the more realistic that woman tends to be in her own self-estimate when it comes to like her value on the sexual marketplace. I'm not saying personal worth, ladies, but in the sexual market. Now, the opposite is true for women who are, let's say, 4s, 5s, and 6s. They think that they're 10s because there's been this pervasive culture that has said, you always stay on top, you always be positive, or they believe in this horseshit lie that like beauty is some sort of subjective, culturally motivated, socially constructed phenomenon. It's not. It's objective. It's measurable. It's easy to find. It's easy to compare a woman who is a 5 versus a woman who looks like Amber Rose or looks like fucking Michelle Martin, who was a fucking hammer. And we're all simping. Oh, for Michelle Martin, you're goddamn right, man. You're goddamn right. Yes, I'm just being real. She's a smoke show, and I don't even like to use. I hate that term. So she's a smoke show. She's a very physically attractive woman. I didn't say she's the sharpest tool in the shed. Well, she's smart enough. I love her, but physically, yeah. But even Michelle Martin, I think she rated herself like an 8 or a 9, not a 10. They never go. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard a girl say that she's a 10, at least not on our show. But I heard them all the time refer to themselves as 10s on whatever and on Fresh and Fit. So, um, yeah. Would you like to know what my rule is? I'll tell you what, because I think that I think that every guy on the has a different kind of 10 scale. For me, thigh gap is everything. Thigh gap defines the threshold, is the breaking point. Ladies, if you have a definable thigh gap, you are going to be at the very least an 8 on the Tomasi scale. There's no such thing as a perfect 10 because, well, at least there's no such thing as a perfect 10 that you haven't slept with, because the last point to half a point is earned on performance. So the most I'll give you is like a 9, maybe a 9.5. I'm trying to think of examples. I always ask, like, people will say, oh, those girls are average. Those aren't real girls. Those girls are plastic. They've got fake boobies. Okay, well, if that's the case, I like natural girls. Okay, send me a picture or link me, I don't care, a picture of a girl that you think is more attractive than Elizabeth Chevalier, or who is more attractive than Jamie Villamore, or Jamie Lynn for that matter. Jamie Lynn's annoying as fuck, but she is hot. I'll give her that. I'm trying to think of the really super Maya Allegra. Show me a girl that's you think is hotter than Maya Allegra. There might be. Show me. They never do. Oh, this girl has fake boobs. I like natural tits. Okay, show me a picture of a woman that you think that we should get on the show and we should put under the microscope on Access Vegas that you think is naturally hotter than the girls that we have on. I'm still waiting. And I've been doing this for over a year now. I'm still waiting on that picture. Still waiting on those references. Still hasn't shown up yet.